Are you a progressive young leader, a proactive emerging executive, a rising professional? Then you need appropriate cover for your vehicle. Introducing the Pro Motor Plan from Beacon. Car insurance that includes free loss of use, windscreen cover up to $3,500, free special perils, free accident forgiveness. Get Beacon's Pro Motor Plan today. Don't procrastinate. Call Beacon today at 440-4447 or visit beacongrenada.com.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess and Klein and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only. Hey, gotta say hello and welcome to another Mikey Live program. My name is Mikey Hutchinson and we are coming to you live from the Spice Isle of the Caribbean, that is Grenada. Of course, I hope that you had yourself a good day today. We got some rain, being affected by a tropical wave. We can still expect some more rain tonight. Saharan dust also heading our way. We are exposed to all the elements, but we're doing all right. We want to say hello to those of you who are watching the program for the first time. Hello, and to the usual suspects. Hello. So as we were telling you, the vessel Mary G that was in Venezuela was going to be heading to Grenada as of this morning. Well, we can tell you that our latest update is that they are on their way back if they have not arrived as yet. All right. Police sent out official statement on the incident that occurred yesterday at Monjadu, say that they are investigating this tragic incident. Grenada gets the nod to stage the 2026 Carifta Games. We've heard from the minister today. Boy, the people are excited. We're going to talk about the importance of, little organizations and groups that keep our young people together, such as the 4-H Club. And we have other things on the business. NADMA having their nice little event, media event. All right, as we are preparing to brace for the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season. So we have all of this and more to talk to you about, these and more. Of course, headlines brought to you through the kind compliments of Courts, Grenada Limited, Digicel Nawasa, Real Value IGA Supermarket, Superb Distributors. We've got the Big Insurance on board and all the other sponsors. Thank you very much for joining us. We take a break. Don't forget, someone sharing tonight's program will receive some free credits, compliments. Digicel, that lucky person might just be you.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via Superb Service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven Products, Bibbin Diapers, New Bright Laundry Detergent, Allegra Pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Shop with confidence at Quartz. Get the lowest prices guaranteed. Get appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. If you find a lower price on any other products elsewhere, we'll match the price. Plus, we'll give you back 110% of the difference. Shop with confidence only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
All right, family, welcome back to another Mikey Live program. We're happy to be back with you. So Carnival has launched, and of course, you know, there's this thing that is called, how you may call it, the Carnival City. So Carnival City basically is when the people go out wherever the Spicemas Corporation is having that event, and they go and do the little ting. Okay, yeah, I got it. Right, so it officially started today at the Port Louis lawn, so y'all can go there. It has already started, and of course it's going to be happening every Thursday, I believe, until the week of Carnival. All right, so all aspects of Carnival you can expect to experience there. So the invitation is yours to go there and have some fun. Check it out, all right? Yep. So, tired boys. Let's go. The Grenadian traffickers on the Mary G vessel that was held in Venezuela is on their way back. You understand? The vessel, as we understand it, has been released, and of course there were negotiations. Of course, we were told that there were talks about monies, and that is why the vessel was being held, but all that has been organized and settled. And so they're free to live. They didn't want to leave last night, so they waited until the night ended and left this morning and are back on their way. I don't know how many hours is the journey, but they should be arriving soon if they have not done so yet. That might have been a really stressful period for those aboard the vessel, not knowing what their fate will be. And when they say places like Margarita or Venezuela, the mainland, it's never good conversations that come out. You understand? So we are happy to know that soon they will be reunited with their families. Okay. So we finally heard from the police relating to yesterday's incident. They have sent out a release stating that they are continuing to investigate that vehicular accident which occurred at Mangelou yesterday that claimed the life of 2 individuals. There are a lot of Grenadians setting. What? So there are a lot of speculations as usual. But of course, a lot of these things are not supported by any substantial information. You understand? People saying things, but there's nothing solid that they have to back it up. And so we can't do that. But this young man on the screen, boy, and this young woman have both lost their lives in this tragic incident. A 59-year-old Jeffrey. You understand? Popular guy. You understand? Jeffrey Alexis. He's actually of Springs and he's a taxi driver. All right. And as his passenger, this young lady on your screen now, 26-year-old Cher Fortune, who is actually of Mount Rush in St. George. You understand? The Royal Grenada Police Force said that they'd like to extend condolences to the family and friends of these 2 individuals. The vehicle that was subject to this crash was an Alphard, a Toyota Alphard. Very good vehicle, very comfortable, spacious, nice. You understand? It collided with a house. Yeah, and as they say, that was it for the occupants of that vehicle, the driver and the passenger. Oof, that's a tough pill to swallow. What we can tell you is that we have not officially heard from the police relating to the incident at Hog Island. I was hoping by now we would have gotten that detail since it's been 48 hours. But we have not heard anything yet. I know that the police are working on some theories. There have been some information that was submitted to the police. I know that others are assisting the police with their investigation into the discovery of that body on Hog Island that went missing the night before. It is not so much as a mystery as some may have thought. All right, and soon you will hear more about it, probably by tomorrow. All right, God's willing. Grenada gets the nod to stage the 2026 Carifta Games. Are they like that, huh? Eh? It wasn't long that we hosted the Carifta and we did okay. You understand? It will be remembered that at this year's games in Trinidad, Guyana, the next country which was down on the list to host the games next year withdrew, indicating that it is no longer interested in hosting the game. In terms of specific reasons for the withdrawal were not made explicitly clear. And of course, Grenada, like, me, you know, somebody. Of course, when an opportunity comes by, you grab it aggressively. And so we are officially now hosting the games, as you may hear now from the minister.
I am pleased to officially announce that Grenada will host the Carifta Games in 2026, bringing the region's premier athletics championship back to a show almost back-to-back following our successful hosting in 2024. This is a proud moment for our nation as we once again take center stage in showcasing the Caribbean's best young athletic talent. Hosting Carifta 2026 reaffirms Grenada's commitment to youth development, sports excellence, and regional unity. The government of Grenada, through the Ministry of Youth and Sports, will work closely with the Grenada Athletic Association and all relevant stakeholders to ensure the event is delivered at the high standard. We look forward to welcoming athletes, coaches, officials, and supporters from across the Caribbean to experience Grenadian warmth, passion, and excellence on and off the track. Let the road to Carifta 2026 in Grenada begin. I am pleased to officially announce that Grenada will host.
Yes, we got it. Thank you very much, my dear. All right. Good. We're moving on. So I just saw something, but I see I don't want to share it with you, you know, because it's kind of sticky. Because you know that Adriana Young's body was sent up to the US, right, for more assessment, all right? And I'm seeing here a quote, but it doesn't have much more context. It says, "I would be very reluctant to determine that Adriana Young drowned. This calls for a thorough criminal investigation," says the chief medical examiner of the Gwinnett County office. All right. Let me see what.
Drowning is a diagnosis of exclusion. And in this case, what I have been told regarding the circumstances are so suspicious that I really think that there needs to be a very thorough investigation and drowning being a diagnosis of exclusion and what I was told here. So that I find very disturbing. It's not like she was seen playing in the water and then a little bit later is found under the water. This, as was told to me, she was seen in the water and then disappeared. And the pool was searched, she was not there, and then sometime later is found in the pool. That is disturbing because I don't think you can simply write it off as this child drowned. You've got to be concerned, did she die sometime earlier and then was placed in the pool? Because there's not going to be any good way to discern whether or not that happened. That's going to require an investigation.
Okay, and this is a live stream that is going on right now. It has what? I like to bring the news as it comes, right? 22,500 people are actually viewing this right now as, a second autopsy is happening. All right, and there's a chief medical examiner who is speaking, and they're saying things. You understand? So I'll probably summarize that for you. Probably take a look and summarize that for you in a later broadcast, or probably we'll just send a message up to you. But this is a fluid situation. 3 pathologists all concluded that she died as a result of drowning. That was in Guyana. Family was not satisfied. They took the body to the U.S. I think it was Atlanta, and the autopsy was scheduled for today. That was done, and now they are determining. They are speaking of their findings and what their suspicions and possible theories are. 4-H clubs across Grenada, yes, gathered to celebrate their annual Achievement Day, featuring the work that they have done in the areas such as agriculture, livestock, agro-processing, poultry and arts, also other things that they would have done. And I thought, oh wow, I have not heard about 4-H. I have not heard about 4-H in a while. There was the Rainbow 4-H Scouts, Cub Scouts, and all of that. These little groups that were meant to keep young people occupied and in line have died over the years. But I thought, just seeing this happening at the Trade Center, I think it was on Tuesday, it was really heartwarming to see that there are so many young people who are involved in the 4-H clubs. Still, the event held at the Grenada Trade Center on Tuesday recognized the top performers and the clubs, encouraging them to be more committed to building a food secure, more sustainable future. The Prime Minister was also there. The event was held under the theme Empowering the Next Generation to be pioneers of climate resilience, sustainable living, and innovative food production. Yes, the Prime Minister was there and he delivered some remarks and stuff like that. The 4-H club and the 4-H program continues to serve as a vital platform. A platform for young people, for youth engagement in sustainable practices, fostering a generation equipped to promote food security. And we must do as much as we can to support and promote these clubs. The coordinator, who is Alice Jones, reflected on some of the top accomplishments for the past year, which included the enrollment of over 150 students. And that's good. Keep going.
5 new clubs enrolled with over 150 students. This is a remarkable achievement and a sign of strength and sustainability of our program. Each new club represents a group of young people who have made a decision to get involved, to take responsibility for their personal development, and to work together as a team. Our existing members, mentors, and club leaders have also done outstanding work this year. Some of the projects that we would like to highlight is that of the poultry production project, where members raised both broilers and layers. This project involved detailed planning, daily care, record keeping, and high levels of responsibility. Members learned how to manage feed, water, hygiene, and ventilation systems to ensure the health of the birds. They observed growth patterns, learned to identify signs of illnesses, and maintained accurate records, skills that are highly valuable not only in agriculture but in life. Most notably is the fact that some of our broilers were slaughtered by the foragers themselves under proper supervision. This too was a powerful learning experience. It taught our youths where food comes from and the value of ethical animal husbandry and the importance of respect and gratitude in food production. This kind of learning cannot be taught from a textbook. It must be experienced, which perfectly concurs with our forage slogan, learn by doing.
All right, and so I just want to use my program to encourage parents and students to show interest in clubs like the forage clubs. Please, let's try. These things used to keep us together as a people. It has died over the years. Let's give it a second shot for what it's worth. You know what I mean? Let's give it a second shot for what it's worth. I'm willing to do my part in promoting, and hope that you can do as well. Folks, we're taking a break and come back. We are being affected currently, not in any adverse manner, by a tropical wave, but we can tell you more about that now in terms of how it will affect us through the Met Office's report. As I told you earlier, we've had the National Disaster Management Agency, that is NADMA, and they were doing a media presentation about the 2025 hurricane season. The weather for tonight is expected to be partly cloudy with light to moderate showers and a low chance of thunderstorms. Again, the weather for tonight is expected to be partly cloudy with light to moderate showers and a low chance of thunderstorms. Tonight's minimum temperature just about 25.5 degrees Celsius. Winds easterly to east-southeasterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour. Now seas are expected to be moderate with waves 5 to 7 feet in easterly swells, and the small craft advisory remains in effect. Let's head over to Friday, and we can tell you that the weather for Friday is expected to be partly cloudy and slightly hazy with light to moderate early morning and nighttime showers and a low chance of thunderstorms overnight. Max temperature 31 degrees Celsius, minimum 25. Winds easterly to east-southeasterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour. Seas moderate with waves 5 to 7 feet in easterly swells, and a small craft advisory will remain in effect for Friday as well. And before we head off into the national report, what we want to tell you is that we appreciate your presence, and we want to big up people like Marcus and all of you who are currently on Share, and all of you who are currently on YouTube, the whole YouTube family people. Blessings to you, and of course Facebook people, Java and the sharing committee, Diana, Stephanie, Joseph, Jacinta, Ingrid, Michelle, and all of you who are there, Della and Courtney, and all of you. Thank you for being there with us, and I encourage you to join the business. If you have not yet followed our page, please go ahead and do so. Share the business, and we're taking a break. And when we come back from the break, we will have for you the national report. Stay right there.
Are you a progressive young leader, a proactive emerging executive, a rising professional? Then you need appropriate cover for your vehicle. Introducing the Pro Motor Plan from Beacon. Car insurance that includes free loss of use, windscreen cover up to $3,500, free special perils, free accident forgiveness. Get Beacon's Pro Motor Plan today. Don't procrastinate. Call Beacon today at 440-4447 or visit beacongrenada.com.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
Anywhere at any time and have it delivered to you right here in Grenada at yogo.gd.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess and Klein and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are superb distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Shop with confidence at Quartz. Get the lowest prices guaranteed. Get appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. If you find a lower price on any other products elsewhere, we'll match the price. Plus, we'll give you back 110% of the difference. Shop with confidence only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
This is the GIS News for Thursday, May 29th, 2025. I am Chrisanne Mitchell. In the headlines, Grenada to host the 2026 Carifta Games, and NADMA presents donated supplies from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to St. David constituency. We'll have the details to these stories and more when we return.
I'm a VIP. I'm a VIP. I'm immunized.
As a parent, it is my responsibility to care and protect my children. It is my responsibility to ensure they are safeguarded at all times. It is the same for you to safeguard your children by keeping them on their vaccination and immunization schedule. Make them a VIP, vaccinated, immunized, and protected. I am Pinky Fabulous. I am a VIP health champion. Be a VIP like me.
Let's all be VIP champions.
A message from the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs, Be a VIP Childhood Vaccination and Immunization Campaign in collaboration with UNICEF and the Pan American Health Organization.
Climate change is real, bringing hotter days and less rain. Less rain means less water, so it's crucial for us to conserve water at home. When washing my vehicle, I use a bucket with rainwater that I have stored. This is how I save water. What are you waiting for?
Welcome back. Good news for Grenada. Minister for Youth and Sports, Honorable Delma Thomas, has announced that the country will host the Carifta Games next. Grenada successfully hosted the Games last year. In a brief statement, Minister Thomas said she is pleased that the region's premier junior athletics championship is coming back to our shores, almost back-to-back following our successful hosting in 2024.
This is a proud moment for our nation as we once again take center stage in showcasing the Caribbean's best young athletic talent. Hosting Carifta 2026 reaffirms Grenada's commitment to youth development, sports excellence, and regional unity. The government of Grenada, through the Ministry of Youth and Sports, will work closely with the Grenada Athletic Association and all relevant stakeholders to ensure the event is delivered at the high standard. We look forward to welcoming athletes, coaches, officials, and supporters from across the Caribbean to experience Grenadian warmth, passion, and excellence on and off the track.
President of the Grenada Athletics Association, Conrad Francis, is happy that the government of Grenada has given them the go-ahead to prepare for the Games. He's appealing to Corporate Grenada to partner with the association to ensure the successful hosting of Carifta 2026.
The entire Grenada then will benefit from this venture. Our athletes will get the needed exposure that they need. Our supporters who will come out and support and cheer the athletes on, and the economy as a whole will benefit because there will be thousands of people coming into Grenada for the Games. Not only the athletes, but their supporters, their parents, and everyone. So we are ready for the Games.
As Grenada seeks to improve the labor market, stakeholders gathered at the Public Workers Building for a discussion on the findings of the landmark labor market analysis. The event, held under the auspices of the Ministry of Legal Affairs, Labor and Consumer Affairs, in partnership with the International Labour Organization, presented critical insights into the island's employment trends and ways to improve employability and the overall performance of the labor market. Delivering remarks at the opening of the discussion, Permanent Secretary Ms. Rhonda Jones expressed deep appreciation for the work of the ILO and its Caribbean office.
This study, which was funded by the ILO, was conducted during the second half of 2024 and has culminated with a comprehensive analysis of Grenada's labor market conditions, trends, and challenges. The primary objective of this study is to offer evidence-based insights that inform labor market reforms and policy decisions, including the development of labor market policies and programs.
P.S. Jones emphasized the importance of data-informed policymaking.
The value of labor market information on a consistent basis to inform policy decisions is critical if those interventions that are implemented are to be effective in addressing the labor market challenges that we face. Thus, this report includes policy recommendations to address the key challenges in a coordinated manner. Other key outputs of the study are the mapping of active labor market policies in Grenada and a comprehensive framework for establishing public employment services here.
For Grenada, this is a transformative initiative.
The introduction of public employment services in Grenada will represent a progressive and responsive policy measure aimed at harmonizing active labor market policies and programs. Grenada's acceptance of this study conducted by the ILO and our commitment to its implementation will augur well for our broader development objectives while ensuring alignment with international labor standards.
Muhammad Abdel Malik, Employment and Labor Markets Policy Specialist from the ILO Caribbean Office, has over 15 years' experience across East Africa and the Middle East, who detailed the study's findings and highlighted economic trends, workforce challenges, and demographic dynamics. Abdel Malik is joined by his colleague Ilka Webster, Skills and Lifelong Learning Specialist at the ILO Caribbean Office, whose work focuses on vocational training, technological change, and green job transitions.
When you look at this graph, you will see that, the economy has been growing remarkably for the last 20 years. So average 5%, 4.4, 5%. So this is a remarkable economic growth. However, if you see the graph, you also see how volatile it is, right? Ups and downs, it's seesawing. So, that shows you when a shock happens, the economy shrinks. And when the economy shrinks, then employment is also affected. It's negatively affected.
Abdel Malik outlined the importance of aligning labor supply and demand, stressing the role of education and skills in building a resilient workforce.
So you need to first understand the competencies and the qualifications of your labor force. And on the demand side, you have to also look at the characteristics of jobs available in the labor market for those labor force that you have in the country. And then you have to bring them together. How should I improve the competence and skills of my labor force, but how can I also create jobs in the labor market?
Stakeholders from the session included members of the Labor Advisory Board, T.A. Marshall Community College, Grenada Postal Corporation, Grenada National Accreditation Board, and more. Continuing the news, farmers in Pearls are now seeing positive results from a new pest control method introduced by the Pest Management Unit of the Ministry of Agriculture. Following the surge in leaf hoppers after Hurricane Beryl, the unit turned to biological agents as a safer, more environmentally friendly way to protect crops, moving away from the use of harsh chemicals. Details in this report.
The Pest Management Unit of the Ministry of Agriculture, Lands and Forestry is highlighting the successful use of biological agents in pest control following trials with selected farmers in Pearls, St. Andrew. This initiative addresses the emergence of leafhoppers, a pest that became prevalent after Hurricane Beryl. The unit has introduced 4 biological controls to these farmers, but only 1 has been used thus far. This effort aims to promote environmentally friendly alternatives to harsh chemicals, which are known to pose risks to human health and the environment. Francis Noel, Pest Management Officer, describes this effort as essential for all farmers to adopt.
We decided that we're going to do the trials with them and see if it's going to make a difference. And based on what we would have seen on both farms today, the farmers was able to attest to the results and what they would have seen, and the increased yields, and they have been able to plant new crops, even alongside the older crops that are infested, and it's growing nicely. It's a lot of production. They are seeing increased yields from the production compared to before they started doing the treatment. So it's our hope that other farmers will come to the reality that the days for synthetic pesticides, it's coming to an end. They still have a place in farming, because sometimes where you have like sudden eruption of pests, we need to knock them down very quickly. So we still have some that are still useful. But in any event, we still have the botanicals like the Bioneem, the Nimex, the Neomectin, Q, Admire. These are insecticides that are certified to be used, that can be used in organic systems. So you can use these in cases where you have, you need to bring down the population of pests very quickly.
Two farmers, Brendan James and Terry Evans, who have implemented the product, speak positively about its effectiveness, noting significant yield improvements.
After the hurricane, especially the okra, we were faced with a kind of yellow leaf, and the production was limited. And there's evidence to an old field there where I came in and I received the biopesticide. And this field here, I can't complain. And then I have a field up on top, and I receive a good yield from it. And then the extended period, which is important. And then I have a young field now, which you can, look at that and now thing, and I've been spraying it, using it, and I find it working a little, Yeah, and then what it so happened to, like during the field, like when the field getting old, you saw plenty fly in your face when you're going through the field. But now I haven't seen that around. I believe it's the way forward, the way to go.
I used it about 3 times, and I got very good control. But on the next side now, I don't really like to spray that much, so then it start coming back a lot again. But in terms of these products, I feel that's the best I ever used. Only this I've been using. I used it 3 times, 10-day interval, and I got good control. So I'm asking other farmers now to do like I do, like I did, because it really works. When you watch the condition of the okra, before I started using it, I could not have grown no okra at all whatsoever. So I gave it a 10 months, almost 1 year. Then I came back and I started using these products, and it really works. Cannot complain. Very, very high yield.
The main product used is BioCatch, with additional options like BioCure B and BioCure F, all containing naturally occurring organisms concentrated to combat pests and diseases. While these products are deemed safe, Noel advises farmers on proper disposal of containers after use.
Disposal have to be done with responsibility, because they are toxic to fishes, they are also toxic to bees, so we have to make sure that we spray early in the morning and late in the evening to prevent, harming the bees, and dispose of it properly so that we don't affect the fishes. So rivers and lakes, that's a no-no. If you have any leftover from spraying, you dig a hole in the ground and you empty it, or you just repeat sprays until you would have exhausted the residues in your equipment. When you clean your equipment, you also have to be mindful where you're going to pour your runoff water, because you don't want to get it into the drains or into rivers and ponds and stuff like that.
The Pest Management Unit plans to extend trials to cucumbers and celery and welcome other farmers interested in participating. Karima Lewis, Public Relations Officer, Ministry of Agriculture, Lands and Forestry.
Thank you. Stay with us. The GIS News will continue after the break.
Ectel is celebrating 25 years of progress. 25 years ago, the telecoms market in the Eastern Caribbean was a complete monopoly. The cost of services was very high, making our economies very uncompetitive and unattractive for investment. Then, thanks to the vision of 5 regional governments, Ectel was established in 2000, and the NTRCs were introduced between 2000 and 2001, breaking the monopoly and enabling real competition, innovation, and consumer choice. From the first Telecommunications Act in 2000, welcoming new players in 2001, implementing a price cap plan in 2004, recommending the establishment of universal service funds in 2008, and number portability in 2019, to the enactment of the first EC bill in 2021. Ectel and the NTRCs led the charge in many areas, including lower call rates, faster broadband, more service options, and stronger consumer protection. Today, thanks to ECTEL and the NTRCs, connectivity is stronger, digital access is fairer, and the future is brighter. 25 years of progress, 25 years of empowering you, ECTEL and the NTRCs, digitally transforming our space together.
Welcome back. The National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA, presented a suite of emergency supplies to the constituency of St. David. The items, which range from essential goods to personal protective equipment, were generously donated by the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. National Disaster Coordinator Dr. Terence Walters made the presentation to Prime Minister, who is the MP for the constituency. Dr. Walters said that the items ranging from goods to PPEs will aid in disaster preparedness for the constituency of St. David.
Prime Minister, we are here today to deliver some of the goods that we received from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and these goods are to be used for preparedness and response and some relief. And so we are delivering beans, peas, chainsaw, baby formula, some construction kits, some shovel, mosquito nets. These items are to be used for the constituency. So from NADMA, from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, we present these items to the constituency of St. David.
Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell expressed thanks to NADMA and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
On behalf of the residents of St. David, I'd like to thank NADMA, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, for the kind gesture of providing us with the items that you have identified. For those items which are perishable, obviously we look at the expiry date and distribute, particularly to communities that are likely to be vulnerable to any adverse weather conditions throughout the period. For the items which obviously like shovels and the generators and so on, which we obviously need permanently, we would obviously hold them in storage, and should we get to the point where we need to pre-position them before any climatic events or use them after, they will come in handy.
PM Mitchell also took a moment to acknowledge the backbone of Grenada's disaster response efforts, its volunteers, and NADMA for the work they are doing as we prepare for the Atlantic hurricane season.
The entire disaster response system in Grenada is based on volunteerism. So it will be, and it is a very good thing to be able to have some of the necessary resources to be able to deploy to those citizens who will volunteer their time to assist us in time of need. So on their behalf, I want to say thank you again, and use the opportunity as we are approaching the commencement of the Atlantic hurricane season to thank you and the staff at NADMA for all of the hard work that you've been doing. I know obviously we have to make sure that we continue to be vigilant and to educate the public what they need to take the hurricane season, but not just the hurricane season. I think a lot of the challenges we face, including the sargassum challenge that we face now, seriously, so that we can protect our health and our life.
Distributions are to continue in other constituencies. Continuing the news, 4-H clubs across Grenada celebrated their annual Achievement Day this week, featuring the work done in agriculture, including horticulture, livestock, agro-processing, poultry, and arts. The celebrations, which were held at the Grenada Trade Center, recognized the top performers and clubs and encouraged them to be more committed to building a food-secure, more sustainable future. They were held under the theme, and I quote, "Empowering the next generation to be pioneers in climate resilience, sustainable living, and innovative food production," unquote. Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell, who delivered featured remarks, congratulated students for their accomplishments.
Congratulations to all of you 4-Hers on making sure that you get an opportunity to serve your club, to serve your community, and to serve your country. You are not too young to be leaders, and each of you have an opportunity to lead in your own way by being a member of a 4-H club. Your participation in 4-H means that you are experiencing something unique at school that those who are not 4-Hers will never experience. You are experiencing the opportunity to work with one another, to produce something. In some instances, you get the opportunity to perhaps even sell it. and to share in the reward of your success.
While the 4-H unit gives children direct access to growing their own food, the activities align with Grenada's National Sustainable Development Plan 2020 to 2035.
Without food, none of us can grow. Without food, none of us will be happy. Without food, none of us will be able to nurture our head, to nurture our health. And if you don't have hands, you can never produce food. So the ability to produce food, to grow food, to store food, to process food, and to eat food is perhaps one of the most fundamental and important aspects of life. And if you equip yourself with that skill by being a member of the 4-H, you are in a unique position to ensure that you continue building each other's lives, building the lives of our community and the lives of our country. So congratulations on first being a 4-H'er, and congratulations on your special day today.
4-H programs serve as a vital platform for nurturing future leaders in sustainable development. Coordinator Alice Jones says the achievement is a celebration of hard work, growth, and the spirit of learning. She reflected on some of the top accomplishments for the past year, which included the enrollment of 150 students.
We have had 5 new clubs enroll with over 150 students. This is a remarkable achievement and a sign of strength and sustainability of our program. Each new club represents a group of young people who have made a decision to get involved, to take responsibility for their personal development, and to work together as a team. Our existing members, mentors, and club leaders have also done outstanding work this year. Some of the projects that we would like to highlight is that of the poultry production project, where members raised both broilers and the layers. This project involved detailed planning, daily care, record keeping, and high levels of responsibility. Members learned how to manage feed, water, hygiene, and ventilation systems to ensure the health of the birds. They observed growth patterns, learned to identify signs of illnesses, and maintained accurate records, skills that are highly valuable not only in agriculture but in life. Most notably is the fact that some of our broilers were slaughtered by the 4-H'ers themselves under proper supervision. This too was a powerful learning experience. It taught our youths where food comes from and the value of ethical animal husbandry and the importance of respect and gratitude in food production. This kind of learning cannot be taught from a textbook. It must be experienced, which perfectly concurs with our 4-H slogan, learn by doing.
Other major accomplishments include the provision of produce for the school feeding program, donation of produce, marketing and setting up of community shops, water conservation, pest control, composting, and managing agri-business. We'll have more news after the break.
Climate change is real, bringing hotter days and less rain. Less rain means less water, so it is crucial for all of us to conserve water at home. When washing my fruits and vegetables, I use a bowl of water, and later I reuse it to water my plants. This is how I save water at home. What are you waiting for?
I'm a VIP. I'm a VIP.
I am VIP. I am vaccinated. I am immunized. I am protected. Our children and nation depend on vaccination for immunization. Childhood vaccination is national priority. It is their protection from disease and sicknesses. Let's all be VIPs and safeguard our beautiful Grenada. I am DJ Blackstorm and I am a VIP health champion. Be a VIP like me.
Let's all be VIP champions.
A message from the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs, Be a VIP Childhood Vaccination and Immunization Campaign in collaboration with UNICEF and the Pan American Health Organization.
Welcome back. The government of Grenada is ensuring that approved shelters across the country are fit for purpose ahead of the start of the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season. One of the approved shelters that is receiving some refurbishment works is the Maran Multipurpose Center. Senator Quince Britton, the NDC caretaker for the constituency, during a site visit to the center, shared with GIS an update on the scope of works presently being carried out.
To be used just for that purpose. So we want to ensure that it's fit for purpose. Hence the reason why we're making the necessary investment so that it can be utilized whenever, whatever that the community decide that they want to, whatever activities. And most importantly, as we approach the hurricane season, it's one of the shelters, one of the approved list of shelters from NADMA. So we want to ensure that it's fit, properly fit with bathroom facilities and so on to accommodate the elderly as well as the both male and female. Whenever, if ever, we hope that we would never have to use it for that purpose. But if ever, we want to ensure that we're properly prepared and so on.
Following work on the interior of the building, the second phase will be to upgrade the environs of the building.
In terms of the maintenance of the environs, we encourage them to beautify, to make sure that it's kept clean, as well as they be the watchful eyes from any vandalism, because this is something that we notice that has been plaguing our communities. People feel that if that doesn't belongs to them per se, but this is important. It's part of the community and it is for the community, so you take care of it just as if it belongs to you. We already have a management committee organized by the community. So they would be the one to do basic, ensure that the facility is kept and utilized for the purpose in which it's really ought to. Because far too often we make those types of investment and then we leave it, just right there closed. It is not being properly utilized, and then we right back to square one. So we want to ensure wherever that we make those types of investment that the facility is being used for what it really intended to.
Join us live tonight for a special program by the National Disaster Management Agency as we prepare for the start of the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season. Finally, in the news, the final session of the financial literacy training clinics in the parish of St. David concluded on Thursday at the Vincent Community Center. This series, held every Thursday over the past 3 weeks, was conceptualized by Prime Minister and Member of Parliament for St. David, Honorable Deacon Mitchell. The clinic featured booths from various financial institutions, including the Grenada Development Bank, Cooperative Bank, Demerara Insurance, and more. Senator Honorable Adrian Thomas delivered remarks at the event. According to Senator Thomas, financial literacy is important to everyone. He re-emphasized the importance of financial literacy regardless of profession.
Some of our informal businessmen in the informal sectors, they generate a lot of cash, a lot of capital. You're talking about $60,000 in one crop, which means that this farmer has the potential to generate maybe $120,000 per year, or even more. And then I started to examine the ordinary public servant, who may be generating $35,000, $36,000 a year. At face value, not knowing who Mr. Cloudney is, not knowing the public servant. The public servant appears to be living a better life. Public servant is married. He or she has a house. They are sending children to school. They are thinking about buying land. And my good brothers, who went out at sea for 3 weeks and came back in with $70,000, in less than 2 months, they are asking you for a drink or they are asking you for $1. And this is the reality in Grenada.
Senator Thomas lauded the financial clinics.
Clinics of that nature, we need to have it more often. We need to have it throughout Grenada, Carriacou, and Pitimatic. And I hope that the Prime Minister, he is in the commanding position to dictate and to instruct the other constituencies to organize clinic of that nature.
Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell at the event said that financial literacy is an experience that everyone should put into practice.
Financial literacy, just like all forms of learning, however, is not an event. It's not a meeting, it's not a symposium, and then we walk away and we forget everything that we heard or saw or were told about. Financial literacy is something you practice. It's an ongoing, everyday experience. We have to make sure that this is simply the beginning of a journey to change our approach to financial literacy and to financial literacy in action. If we don't act on the things we learn and use the opportunity to change our lives, we will always be financially challenged, we will always be materially challenged.
Students from schools were also at the clinic, reinforcing the focus on early financial education. The Prime Minister said that early financial literacy is important for financial success.
It's important for us, and I'm happy the kids are here this morning, for us to make sure that as early as possible, we teach them about money. We teach them about savings, about assets, about liabilities, about investing, about banking, about insurance, about new money, the digital economy, about financial money, about electronic money, so that they feel confident and empowered that they can operate and function and thrive in that world.
Country manager of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, Valine Street, gave remarks at the clinic. The ECCB has been a partner in facilitating the clinics.
I am genuinely encouraged by what this initiative has accomplished so far. Clinics like these are more than just information sessions. They are about empowerment, awareness, and taking control of our financial well-being, development, and security. Whether it's budgeting more confidently, spending wisely, planning for long-term stability, or simply making informed everyday decisions, we hope these sessions have helped move you one step closer.
These clinics form part of the focus on holistic well-being of all Grenadians of all walks of life. It is intended for other communities and groups to benefit from financial engagements as those concluded. Now for this evening's weather. The weather is expected to be mostly fair, becoming partly cloudy at times with brief light to moderate showers, which can become more frequent tonight. No marine or small craft advisories are in effect. Winds will blow easterly to east-southeasterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour, gusting higher with showers. Seas slight to moderate with waves up to 6 feet in open waters. Sunrise at 5:41 tomorrow. This brings us to the end of the GIS News for Thursday, May 29, 2025. To recap the top stories, Grenada to host the 2026 Carifta Games, and NADMA presents donated supplies from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to St. David constituency. On behalf of the entire news and production team here at the Government Information Service, I am Carifta Mitchell saying thank you for joining us.
Are you a progressive young leader, a proactive emerging executive, a rising professional? Then you need appropriate cover for your vehicle. Introducing the Pro Motor Plan from Beacon. Car insurance that includes free loss of use, windscreen cover up to $3,500, free special perils, free accident forgiveness. Get Beacon's Pro Motor Plan today. Don't procrastinate. Call Beacon today at 440-4447 or visit beacongrenada.com.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
Anywhere at any time and have it delivered to you right here in Grenada at yogo.gd.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess and Klein and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.